We begin tonight with breaking news in the CEO murder case. ABC News has just learned that multiple search warrants have been issued and are now being executed. Authorities looking to get into the suspect's cell phone after getting into his backpack and searching the hostel where he stayed with strangers right before the murder.
And here we are, yet again, another Thursday evening. Usually a Tuesday, but today it's a Thursday because someone had a power outage, so we had to make do. But welcome back, Global Buggers, to the Global Buggers podcast. And today we've got a couple hot topics. Some of them to do with our health, some of them to do with some storms. But before all of that, you need to click on the like and subscribe. Pretty please, we ask you very nice. Yaku, we know you're here every day, so thank you very much for still being here. We love you. But yeah, and here we go. Terence, how are you doing?
Jason.
No, I wasn't going to cut him off. He was doing so well. Like, I can't steal his thunder there. I know I'd interrupt him a lot, but I wasn't going to interrupt him there.
Oh, we had this whole plan that Jason was going to cut him off, but he just kept going.
I was so proud of him.
Interrupted.
I was so proud of him because he literally had to psych himself up for 5 minutes before he actually gave the intro. So
this is the fair
I kind of
comment.
thought,
Yeah, well, to answer your question, Vincent, I'm in a fantastic mood at the moment.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, that is because I'm living in the 21st century again. Last week I have been in the 1700s, huddled around a fire, trying to keep warm with no electricity.
Oh.
But it came back today it was supposed to come back yesterday at 4 o'clock. I was in a meeting like this, but obviously no lights. The meeting started at 4 o'clock. There was some lights outside. By the time the meeting was finished at 5 o'clock, it was pitch black. I was sitting here and I had a little lamp, battery-powered lamp next to me that was slowly dying. And I'm talking to a client, slowly getting darker and darker, fading away. Oh, and I was so upset because I was watching the clock because I was supposed to come back on at 4:15. It didn't. And I was like, okay, maybe they're a little bit late. Anyway, went to bed last night very upset, like, because they promised that it would come back on. It went off on Friday night, promised it would come back on Sunday, which is understandable over a weekend if they're working on it. I'll give them that. Didn't come back. Monday they said it would come back. They pushed it to Tuesday. They pushed it to Wednesday. They pushed it to tonight at 10 o'clock, but it came on today at around 12 o'clock. So I'm in a much better mood now because it's been very cold. But that's enough of my rants. Jason, how are you?
yeah, I'm good. Bit bored after listening to you rant.
Nobody
there, but
cares.
Yeah, not so bad. Yeah, all we wanted to know was a slight 20-second story, and you gave us a whole monologue.
This is a podcast. This is made for yapping.
Yeah, but
Get with the
yapping
program,
between us,
Jason.
not just you ranting yourself.
Look,
I was so close to interrupting you. I was so close. That's going to be my go-to now. If I'm tired of one of you, I'm just going to interrupt you.
You know who does the edits? I'll just mute you.
100%, no problem. And people will see how I get picked on in these things.
Yeah. So look, the topic everyone has clicked on and wants to know about, the CEO shooting. Luigi Mangione,
What a man.
our own personal Joker.
What a man.
What do you guys think? What's your take?
Jason, you
I
go.
have no idea who he is.
So you haven't heard of the CEO shooter?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. You're trying to make a clip. Okay. So the
And you ruined
United... Vincent, do you mind if I take this one?
All yours.
You can chime in whenever you feel.
All yours, sire.
The United Healthcare CEO was basically assassinated outside a building in New York at 7 a.m. in the morning. The crazy thing was that when the guy came in, walked up behind him, knew exactly where he was going to be, shot him a couple times, and then got on a bicycle and rode away. Had a mask on, everything. They cased the crime scene, and they found the bullet shells had engraved defend, deny, dispose. Okay, that was
It's pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah, it was pretty gold, and that was essentially like the start of this whole saga, because they thought, okay, cool, CEO of Health, that's a bit strange. Why did they shoot him? But now there's this whole thing. Anyway, they found his backpack that he was wearing when he did the shooting in Central Park, which is the direction that he went. In his backpack, he had Monopoly money and a jacket. Then, I think he was in Pennsylvania. He went to a McDonald's, and at this time there was already a reward on his head of $10,000. I think they bumped it up to about $20,000. The employee at McDonald's phoned 911, reported him. So they came and he got arrested. The crux of it all is that he was like, Vincent, what do you call it when you come top in your class in America?
Oh, that is when you are... Oh, Lord. Now you put me on the spot.
Valedictorian.
Valedictorian.
He was
Yes.
valedictorian
Yes.
at Penn State University. And he got a bachelor's and master's degree in, I think it was engineering. And he, apparently the story is that his mom was quite sick and she was denied treatment or monetary support from her insurance, which was United Healthcare. And he had a back operation, which also wasn't fully covered. So that's apparently his whole thing, is that we got to see the people burn. And it's like he's got put a whole story behind it. And there was someone who tried to fake a YouTube video upload. I don't know if you guys heard that. So he got arrested, and 2 hours later, a YouTube video was uploaded with his name, and it said, if you're seeing this, I am already under arrest. More details to follow, December 11th. YouTube very quickly took down the channel, which was suspicious, but it wasn't actually him because someone changed their name as like a hoax, trying to get in on it. But my biggest takeaway, okay, before you go on about your thoughts, the very next day after the shooting, Elon Musk rocks up at a government meeting with his son on his shoulders. His son that he doesn't often spend time with because he's so busy working. Suddenly, it's bring your kid to work day. Carry him in on your shoulders the whole way. Keep him on the stage with you while you're doing your talk. I lost... And the little respect I had left for Elon, I lost it after seeing that. So, take it away, Jason.
Well,
Vincel, you can chime in because Jason's just lost. I can't believe he hasn't heard the story.
I've followed none of it, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's coming up on your guys' like feeds or if you are actively searching for that type of news, but haven't heard a wink of any of that, honestly. But again, I try to stay away from American politics as much as I can unless it pops up on my Instagram or something like that. Because a load of it is just bullshit and baloney and them trying to get all the attention like they usually love to get.
But do you know why it blew up? It blew up because a billionaire CEO got taken out by a lower class citizen or wealth, but he is actually
With a
quite
master's.
wealthy. Apparently his family's quite wealthy, I've heard. But anyway, it's like the term that's going around is something consciousness. Fool me and Vincel. Collective
consciousness.
So people are waking up and they're starting to carry on, Vincel. Sorry, I don't want to cut you
What's
off.
gonna happen though? Honestly, what's gonna happen?
Jason,
What, is
let
there gonna be
Vincel talk, please. Just let Vincel talk, please.
Sorry, I'll keep
He's-
quiet.
Sorry, I was just flabbergasted there. But no, just to add on to Terrence's thing where... so I've heard now a little bit it's on the conspiracy side of things. I've heard a lot of rumors about how a lot of things have been placed. So this manifest, I don't know if you heard much about the manifesto that he wrote. He supposedly hand wrote a manifesto about why he's done this and stuff along those lines. But now there's rumor that that's been placed by the cops. There's rumor that the monopoly money is also placed. So there's a lot of hearsay, a lot of conspiracy theories going around, which is always fun, especially in something like this.
With that being said, he has not disproven. He's not claimed that's not mine. When they asked him all the questions, he didn't answer anything. But there was apparently $5,000 on his person when he was found, and $2,000 in whatever other currency it was. I can't remember. And he says, I don't know where that money came from. That's the only statement he made before his lawyer stepped in, is that he doesn't know where that actual money came from. So there is a bit of conspiracy of it's being placed. But the greatest thing is his lawyer. His lawyer has come in and just completely wiped the floor with it, because he says, if the government charge you for something, you have to have evidence. And look at the table. He has all the evidence. Look at this. He has all the evidence right here. There's nothing. And then the reporter says, okay, well, can we just take a step back here? So he actually takes a step back and he goes, and he's just making the whole crowd laugh the whole time. Because realistically, they have no evidence on him specifically. Yes, he's written some things about the government and power, and he's recommended, he's got a whole thing on his Twitter where he recommends books to people, and a lot of the books are Eating the Rich and so on. So it lines up, but there's no actual evidence, so they can't actually charge him with anything at the moment. It's all just conspiracy. Or not conspiracy, what is it? It is conspiracy.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's
do you think he's
conspiracy.
done it then?
Yeah.
I think he has. 100%.
No, I think there's a team of people.
So
Calling
explain to me.
themselves
So
collective
on the
conscious.
book thing, so he has.
Yes.
Yes.
Jason, cut him off again, Jason.
No. Okay. No. I swear. I promise you, this is the delay because I said that myself and Vince started speaking exactly the same time on my feed. Oh my god. Bullshit.
Okay. Anyway. So I'm actually pausing now to see if Jason says.
You wait until you
Give me a
actually
thumbs
start
up,
talking.
thumbs up. Anyway. Anyway, so on his books, his feed of what his online books have been, there's a whole bunch of books about dealing with depression, lower back pain, how those sorts of pains can affect your mood and your emotional states.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like it is very possible, more than possible, very likely that he is the guy. Because as much as it is pictures that were taken with a full mask, they only see the... I mean, I'd be screwed. I got the fucking most caterpillar eyebrows out there. So I'd be recognized immediately if you just saw this. But from those pictures they shared to his pictures, they look pretty alike.
Okay,
Just
but
based
that
off
doesn't
that
confirm he's
evidence.
the shooter. That doesn't, because the shooter you only saw his back, and he had a similar jacket.
Yeah, and then that's again a throwback to the conspiracy theories, where at first there was news that they found his jacket in Central Park and they found his backpack in Central Park, but now suddenly they found him at McDonald's with the same jacket. But in previous statements they said they found the jacket.
Yeah, they didn't. They released snippets of the manifesto, just enough to get people to click. They didn't release the whole thing. They said, "Oh, this was said in the manifesto," so they didn't release the whole thing because what they like to do is do it in parts to build up to the big finale where they release the whole thing, because that's how they get more people onto their site, so they can show them more ads. Anyway, back to the thing at hand. Jason, the craziest news. They put the reward up, right? Let's say it was 20,000 at the time. This, I don't know if we can swear in this podcast. This mother father that phoned, that ratted, that snitched, the McDonald's employee. Her name is Nancy, right? This is what happened. This oak had a cult following within a day. He had a cult following within a day. People loved him because he was like, there's no real superheroes. It's like if Batman was fighting one of the villains, we would be supporting
Villains.
we'd be supporting the villain.
Fucking, oh my goodness, Aston Villa. Here we
I'm
go.
reading
Here
off
the
a-
fans.
I'm reading off a script, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
If Batman was fighting the villains, we would be supporting the villains because Batman is a billionaire and he got his money through an unethical means. So anyway, Nancy phoned 911. She did not get paid the money because she didn't phone the tip line. She phoned 911. People found out who phoned 911, where she worked. This guy had a cult following. They went to the McDonald's. Because they were swarming the McDonald's, the owner of the franchise had to investigate, found out that she was on her phone during work hours. Why was she on her phone? She was phoning 911. She is hated by everyone. She lost her job and she didn't even get the 20,000. That's a bad day. I know. Burger King dropped an ad. Did you see Burger King's ad? Well, actually, it wasn't an ad. It was a tweet. They posted a picture of a Whopper and they said, "We don't snitch."
Oh, no ways.
American media is crazy.
But it's the same with British media.
You want a cup of tea, mate? It's a cup of tea and a bottle of water.
No, the British media as well, they will, as soon as they pick their side, that's it. They've picked their side. They're not going to write anything else that goes for the other end, and it's purely just that way. And as soon as they believe it, they will publish, they will write, they will broadcast that story all the time, and it'll just go over the radio, it'll go everywhere, and that's it. There's no, you never see two sides to it. It's always literally just the one side, and that's it. There's, as soon as they've made their choice, you're not seeing anything else, and then you get obviously the gullible people who will just keep following that, then they post it, and then it just brainwashes the whole community.
Yeah. The one thing I have noticed with British media is whenever England loses, they use a picture of Saka. And whenever they win, they use a picture of a white player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen that, Benzel? Legit. I think, is it Sky Sports that does it? Or I don't know. But whenever there's the article of them losing. Yeah. So, Jason, as a first-time listener of the situation of the CEO shooter, who they called the CEO, they called him the adjuster. That was his name. And the McDonald's employee was called the unadjuster, which I don't really get. Anyway, what is your takeaway, your final thoughts on this situation?
Still a lot to prove, isn't there? From the sounds of things, there's not a lot of evidence that points towards an actual person that's done it. Yeah, okay. Lines lead to that person, whatever his name is, doing it. But, like the lawyer said, yeah, Luigi. That sounds like a guilty name, to be honest. It does sound like a guilty name. I mean, who did it is Luigi. Okay, yeah, it was Luigi.
Luigi Mangione.
There's so much still to investigate, and as the story progresses, there'll definitely be more evidence that suddenly pops up. It's happened so often with these things as well. Oh, we found new evidence. was 3 weeks that we didn't find anything, and now all of a sudden here it is. But I don't know. Innocent till proven guilty, or guilty until proven innocent? What's your take on it?
Vincent? 100% there's going to be copycats. People have seen the fame, and unfortunately for the billionaires, they were all leaked online. These are all the actual CEOs of healthcare or insurance people. We may have lost Vincent, but I'm sure he'll rejoin. Jason, speaking of billionaires, FIFA has just announced the World Cup hosts. Do you want to give me some insight on that?
Well, I think they've been planning this for a long time. Because if you look at the hosts for the 2030 one, you've got it's a 100th. Welcome back.
The fuck just happened? I literally just disappeared, and then I was like, oh shit. Okay, continue. My bad.
It's happened to both of you now. Both of you have disappeared on a podcast, and I'm still standing here strong. Can you please sort out your dodgy Wi-Fi's?
Says the one with the delay. Anyway, carry on.
Because probably both of you, that's why. Yeah, so you've got the 2030, which is being held in the first 3 matches being held in South America, Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil. And then you've got the rest of the matches then going to Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. So they've got South America, Africa, and Europe, which they can say they've covered within one host tournament. So now we can go give it back to Saudi Arabia, to Asia. And I think it's just a money grabbing scheme again. I mean, all these stadiums.
What do you think the World Cup is?
No, it's not a. Well, again, this is where we're going in this.
The problem is
everything.
The problem is, Jason, the World Cup is supposed to bring money to a country, just like the Olympics brings money into the country.
Why does Saudi Arabia need money?
Exactly.
This is
so that they can finish building the line.
So yeah, that's a fail. So something that was meant to be a 300-mile line. Exactly.
They clearly paid for it.
300-mile line is now turned down to 3 miles.
Yeah.
And even the 3 miles isn't getting finished.
No, it won't. It definitely won't get finished. It's just another stupid idea. But there's so many other different countries that could have taken this. I mean, it should go back. Not go back. It should go to Australia. Australia should be having one. An African country should host it outright again. I mean, South Africa was 2010. That was it. I mean, you can get an African country to host again. Even places like Japan. Why is Japan not having one?
Well, Japan doesn't really need it. So the thought is to bring financial wealth into the country. The thing is, like what Vincent said, is that Saudi Arabia is probably paid to have that because then the country doesn't make money, the people make money. And that's the difference between Saudi Arabia and somewhere like Brazil or Argentina, where the local stores need the money. Whereas if you go to Saudi Arabia, it's all owned by one guy or one family. So he just says, okay, I'll give you 100 million. You host it here. He makes that 100 million back.
I think it's just lost a lot. Even the Ballon d'Or over the past couple of years, just FIFA in general, just lost.
What did you call
so
it?
much credibility.
What did you call it?
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon. Are you having a stroke, buddy?
Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or.
Some people pronounce it differently. You've still got both your Safa accents, that's why. How do you pronounce it then? Ballon d'Or. Yeah, okay, maybe I'd
Ballon
pronounce it
d'Or,
wrong.
yes.
Yeah, Ballon d'Or. Yeah, okay.
Ball and
That's
what,
getting
what, did I,
that's what.
what did I say?
Like you clip that.
Ball
I
and
don't even
Ballon d'Or?
know.
Ballon d'Or?
d'Or.
I said Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or. It's like a Hogwarts passageway or something. You need
Could
to
have
go
a
through the
bottle of water.
Gandalf
Ballon
shouting
d'Or.
to the hobbits. That's, you know what? You
The
two
Gandalf
do,
and the
okay?
hobbits.
You two do one.
To the
First, I
Ballon
get
d'Or.
picked on for interrupting people, and now you both look at me as if I'm stupid. I feel picked on.
We need to take him to
you two, before I hopped on
Ballon
here,
d'Or.
you two decided. You two were like, no, we're gonna make this episode all about him. He's then going to get all the grief now. Watch. Just for interrupting Venzel once.
You also cut out there, by the way.
to the Ballon d'Or. That's where he went. He went to the Ballon d'Or.
If you guys go back and watch our last episode, linked up at the top, you'll see how Jason just consistently interrupted Wenzel. I
Lies.
actually had to cut out a few.
Lies.
Okay, so FIFA is corrupt. Is that what you're telling me?
Every organization is corrupt. Let's be honest. But 100% FIFA's corrupt. 100%. Messi winning the World Cup, winning the Ballon d'Or when he shouldn't have won the
Yeah, but
Ballon d'Or.
But I thought you were a Messi fan.
No. Good
Ronaldo
footballer.
fanboy.
Ronaldo fanboy, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of Ronaldo's YouTube channel?
He has a
Haven't
YouTube
watched an
channel.
episode yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the fastest to 10 million ever. Fastest to 20 million. He got 60 million in a day.
What?
Yeah. Undeserved. And he did a video with Mr. Beast, which was...
Wasn't
very
Mr. Beast
cringy.
and Speed?
No, Speed hasn't collabed.
No, I
with
think
him.
they're doing another one. They're probably
no,
going to be doing another one.
Speed was with the American Sprinter.
Noah Lyles.
Yes,
Yes, that was a
Noah
Mr.
Lyles.
Beast video. No,
Oh, sorry,
they
Mr.
did
Beast
a
video.
they did a podcast on Ronaldo's channel. It was very cringe editing, but it did numbers. It was massive. But yeah, he's the fastest to 60 million or something. I think he's on 70 or 80 now, which is ridiculous.
Nearly next to us.
Yeah.
So that's like a similar thing. So like, do you think there should be billionaires in the world?
Yes.
Ooh.
I disagree. I think you should be capped, and anything above gets spread to, unfortunately, the government.
You say that until
If
you're
the
a
government
billionaire.
uses it correctly. True. But the thing is, before you go mental, the thing is, none of these people are actually billionaires. They are worth billions, but they don't have billions in their pockets. So that's how they're getting away with saying, I'm not actually a billionaire. I earn $1 a year, but I have 1 million credit cards.
Well,
Pencil.
or just one,
What's your take?
or just one credit card worth a bajillion,
Billions.
$1 billion in debt. But no, that's an interesting debate because I've seen quite a few podcasts and discussions and TED talks even of that exact idea of imposing something like a 100% death tax. So
Okay, that's
to
interesting.
prevent people like massive billionaires, you build up a massive business, and instead of you hoarding all that money into your 90s and not spending it and not contributing to the GDP, you with the death tax, at least their proposed idea wants to help promote spending, help promote them not hanging on to all of these assets and all of the money that they just have sitting in these banks or sitting in
But why?
shares somewhere. One, to promote GDP. One, to prevent people from just doing fuck all and earning money for the sake of it. And yeah, so that's their argument.
You cannot police it. Here's
No,
the
you
problem. Okay, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all of these people, Richard Branson, they're all American. Take all that wealth, put it into the government. The government's going to take it, put it into their military. So then all these billionaires are now funding military projects. So then
But
what they're going to do?
Why
Because
should they be putting their money? Why should billionaires be treated differently to the working person? So now I'm playing
Because you
devil's
can't get to
advocate here.
billion. You can't get to billion. Okay, no, I understand. You can't get to $1 billion ethically. $1 million, sure. $1 billion, no.
Why can't you get to $1 billion ethically? Have you got to $1 billion?
Name one person. Name one billionaire that's got there.
Name a couple billionaires that have got there unethically. And what proof have you got?
All of them.
Okay.
Look
Give me an
at the
example.
way Amazon staff is treated. Look at where Elon is getting his cobalt from.
But that's not
Prove where he's
Jeff
getting his cobalt
Bezos.
from.
That's not Jeff Bezos getting his
It's
money
his name.
unethically. It's his name. Yeah, it's his name.
And where's
But-
the money going? Into his pocket.
It's not going
It's
into his
his
pocket.
business.
It's in his business. It's in his business.
And who's the business registered to, Jason?
Yes, it's registered to Jeff Bezos. 100% agree with that. But you can't say that he's getting his money unethically when
He's
it's people
underpaying
below him
staff.
that are.
It's his
Why is
decision.
he underpaying staff?
Because he can use his billions to pay everyone $2-3 more, but he pays them less than minimum wage, and
Sure, he
hires
pays them each
immigrants
2-3
that
he
are
pays
willing
them
to
each
work for
$2-3
cheaper.
dollars more per hour, 100%. Then he lays off people because and his business then deteriorates because he's not going to have as much money to be sustainable.
Well, that wouldn't be true because Amazon makes a loss every single year.
So how is he meant to pay more people if he makes a loss?
Because it's unethical. Where's he getting his money from if his business is making a loss, Jason?
You tell me.
How
You
is he
calling him
how is
unethical? You calling him unethical? So tell me where.
No, I do
how
not
is it
have to
unethical?
prove. No, you argued. I did not have to prove my point. You
You've
argued.
just said at the beginning of this podcast. You've just said how there's
You are
not
the
much
defense.
evidence that's
You are the
pointing
defense.
towards him. There's not much evidence pointing towards Luigi killing this bloke. So now, where's the evidence that now you've gone on the other end of the spectrum? So where's the evidence for Jeff Bezos?
There's tons of evidence.
Show me. Tell me.
There's tons of. He screwed over a couple people to get to the top of Amazon.
How?
I cannot pull out their names right now.
Mark
haven't got them.
Zuckerberg.
How did he do it?
What about what about Mark? Okay, I'm going to shift
No.
it to just because we're looking at all billionaires, so I have free range. Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay. Go.
Did
He unethically sold people's data without them knowing.
Did he pay a fine?
I don't know if he actually had. Did it come out that he had to pay the fine?
He had
I
to
don't
pay
know.
a
Did he
fine.
get charged? What did he get charged as guilty?
He did get charged. He was in front of Congress for. Yes, he's in front of
if you
Congress.
lived
He was
in
in front of
America
Congress.
between a certain
Did he
time
get
period.
charged as guilty?
Oh yes, he did. Hold on, Vensel's gonna tell us now.
So yeah, he
Miss
did
America.
get charged guilty. So if you lived in America between a certain time period, I forget the time period. It was in 2019 actually, when I was in America.
20.
No,
It was
the-
2012 to 2018.
Yeah, but you had to have to. So then they did a class action lawsuit where you were supposedly you could qualify for amount of funds to be paid out to you. I don't know what the amount was, but you had to have resided within America between 2016 and 2019. There was the whole thing you'd had to fill out and everything about it, and then obviously if you qualified,
You get a percentage of
you got a percentage
the
paid back.
total. Yeah.
So it was that they were called. They were convicted. They were told you were caught. You did this. It was illegal. You did it without people's consent. Boom.
Okay, so how
Gave
did
me the
they
money.
judge
But
the
only
fine?
to Americans.
How did they judge the fine?
So the amount of money, I'm not sure. The amount of money each person. So there was like a let's say for argument's sake, we're gonna get called out in the comments again for not knowing the exact figure.
there was a million, and
call
you get a
it
percentage of the million.
Yeah. So say there
The
was
more
a
people
million,
that sign up, the less money you get.
Yeah. So say there was $1 million on the line.
So you tell
there
people
were-
not to sign up.
It was actually a very unmarketed thing. So you'd have
Obviously.
to go.
How
Like it
unethical?
You'd have to
wasn't,
dig for
honestly.
it.
How unethical?
unethical. Exactly.
How unethical. Surely that class action lawsuit should have got everyone paid out. How unethical to not get people paid out, honestly. Prosecutors, so unethical these days.
Right. Okay. So, one last thing. Can you prove to me a billionaire that has got there ethically?
No idea, I don't know how
Like
to
they
get
haven't screwed over anyone. Oh, great. That's a great clip.
haven't
Clip
got a
that.
clue. Haven't got a clue.
Otherwise, you would be there.
Exactly. Because then
so
you know ethically or
someone-
unethically how to get to the top then, surely.
someone on TikTok posted something about there's no ethical billionaires. So I commented, "What about Mr. Beast?" And I got a lot of hate comments replying to that, saying, "Where have you been lately?" Essentially, but Mr. Beast hasn't done anything wrong himself. His company's done things wrong. So now I'm on your side, Jason.
My word, look at that.
Okay, but I
So
still
no,
don't think
no,
that
but that's
there should be
unethical.
billionaires.
No, it's his name. But it's his name. It's his name. So
Okay, cool. But I don't think there should be billionaires. Moving on, Vincent.
why though?
You look a bit sauced
Why?
today. Why? Why am I moving on? Because you're pissing me off.
No,
Because you
but
think that there should be
why?
billionaires because you're never going to be one.
But you're jealous. That's why.
Heavy.
Of course I'm
Jealous.
jealous, Jason. But
Exactly,
also, what
that's
do you do
why.
with a billion? What do you do with a billion?
I would never. I don't know. I don't have a billion. I don't have a billion
Do you remember?
pounds.
Do you
I don't
remember
have.
when we almost got? Do you remember when we almost got suckered into that pyramid scheme and we went to Suncoast Casino, I think it was, and we sat and we watched the guy ride on a jet ski? And do you remember that? Was it Amway or something?
Oh yeah, Amway. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was bad. It's not a
We
pyramid.
almost got caught.
What is it? It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a
It's
multi-level.
a MLM. Yeah,
Yeah.
MLM, which is a pyramid scheme. Especially when they open up with saying, "This is not a pyramid scheme."
Yeah. Then you know it's.
But
a
we were
pyramid
young.
scheme.
We were young.
What are you gonna do
Back
with
then, I
our
think we
money?
would have fallen for we would have fallen for Andrew Tate's speech back in those days. Vincent, you look a bit sauced today. Your words, not mine. What were you doing?
Sauced. So today was actually a very good day for me. So thank you for asking about how my day was.
How was your day?
Oh, fucking fantastic. Oh wait, can we swear on this podcast, on this YouTube? I don't know. Demonetized, even though we're earning so much
Demonetized, yes.
money. Anyway, so we had our year-end function today, even though I'm still actually working till the 19th. So, yay for that. But yeah, it was actually really cool. And who doesn't like whining and dining on the company's time? I'm gonna let you all guess what I've had to drink today.
You've had
You-
5 beers.
5 beers and 1 whiskey.
Well, I'm currently almost through one whiskey. You can see you got a wee little bit.
Still 1 whiskey.
Can
Still
we
one whiskey.
name the beers?
Don't lie. You just peed in that.
Can we name the beers? Okay, it was.
One is a
wait,
Belgian
Tell me where you
blonde.
were. Tell me where you
We
were.
went to Waxy's in Floaty.
Oh, then it was all drafts Hans's.
No.
Damn. Jason.
Oh, what I would do for a
So one
tank
was a
beer.
Belgian
Oh, my
blonde.
word.
There wasn't a tank beer, sadly.
Belgian
One was a-
blonde. Belgian blonde, yeah. So we had a Belgian blonde. Were they all
Tell
craft
me you
beers?
drank craft beer at Waxy's.
No. No. So, it's a newer thing since you guys have left. It's a Belgian blonde style beer. It's called Leffe. Like
Ah, we got that,
Leffe.
What?
Okay, so I had
Oh,
two
yeah.
of those.
We've got that here as well.
Yeah, so 2 Leffe. Or however the
Mm.
bananas you say that.
What is a Belgian blonde?
That's the style
It's a
of that
blonde
beer.
that's Belgian.
I've
You
never
get like
heard that in my life.
Pilsners, you get a Voss, you get a Belgian blonde.
You
and
get
you
a
get
Pilsner,
IPAs.
you get an IPA, you get a lager, you
You
get
get
a
a
whiskey
Belgian
drink, you get a lager drink.
You get a Witbier
I thought
as well.
beer was beer.
Yeah, so did I, yeah.
Beer is beer.
Stay away from stouts, drink the lagers. Yeah, and then? Is that all you
So
had?
no, that was the two. Well, two of the beers. Then I had a Stella, because I mean, who doesn't have a Stella? Then
I've got one.
there were 3 Castle Lights that just kept arriving. You know, one of those things when the boss is a party animal and you just
You know how many times you
you
have
look
complained
away.
about Castle Lights on this podcast?
I did not choose it. It's one of those instances where you look away. You're having a conversation with your colleague because you don't get to see them as a rep. You never get to see your colleagues because you're always other parts of everywhere. You look away. You turn around. Oh, there's a full beer behind me. And then you out of courtesy, because I have rubber arms that they just keep twisting and I can't say no. Then you look away again, and then there's another miraculously full beer behind you. And then you turn around, and then there's a third full beer behind you. So that's the start. There was other things as well.
Did you drive?
No.
Well, they wouldn't call it drink driving
It was very expensive.
if you can't
Uber.
drive when you drink.
It was very expensive Uber.
Yeah.
Because there was also 3 Jaegers, 2 tequilas, a
typical
blowjob.
waxies.
You had a
What's her
blowjob.
Yeah, it was quite tasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, what? Who did you? Did you? Wait, let me get this out. Did you give someone a blowjob?
I said I had one, and it tasted. Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Why
Yeah.
did it taste good?
Okay, no, it's a drink. I say a drink. It's a shooter.
Okay.
It's a 3-layered shooter, where it is cream, like cream, not like a cream liqueur.
Who starts at the top?
Cream.
Who
Everyone, I
starts at
hope.
the top?
No,
you describe
you
a drink
start
from
at
the bottom.
What do you pour first?
That's a balls,
That's what you
what?
gotta say.
So in my world, because I'm ADHD, I'll start from the top. So there's cream on top. Then there's a liqueur, and then there's Jaeger. Or at least in this
Okay.
one, there was Jaeger.
It's Amarula, the liqueur that you're talking about.
Oh, so you knew what it was all along.
Yes, I've had a couple blowjobs in my life.
Oh, thank you.
I've never,
Cool.
I've never given one
Given and
like you
taken.
did tonight.
I never said I gave one. I
You
said
said,
I
you
had
said
one.
it tastes nice.
Exactly.
You give someone a
did say it,
blowjob
you
and it
did say it
tastes
tastes
nice.
nice.
That's what you said.
How else do you know?
Num 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 num.
And
Precisely.
there was
yeah, so
cream
that
on
was-
top, apparently.
That was, yeah, and then everyone left. And then it was just me and my one colleague for like the next hour and a half, just chatting shit,
Hit it-
because everyone else was
Hitting
soft
blowjobs.
and left early. I can't make that joke because it's actually kind of bad. Because the colleague is gay. That I was staying behind.
And?
So you
We're
better
all
clip
about
that up.
inclusion, yeah?
I'm keeping that.
He's actually like quite a cute dude.
Is he the one that follows us on TikTok?
No. This is a guy. That's
Yeah.
a lesbian.
Just because
that
he's
follows
gay
us.
doesn't make him any less of a man, Wenzel.
No, he's very manly. Does triathlons and
You would know, hey?
You would know.
I would know. I would. Tisk. But no, it was good.
Wait,
But
so
no,
it was a
overall,
female
good.
colleague that said that they follow us on TikTok.
No, that's not a colleague. That's just a lesbian friend.
Why does her sexual orientation matter?
Because you
Vince,
said
you
it.
gotta, you gotta write a book, Vince, because oh god.
I am but one interesting human being.
definitely interesting.
When you called me with your story the other night, I was like, what?
Oh yeah, sorry, Chance. I also included Jason on the story. I thought
Okay.
he'd been upgraded to be worthy
I feel
of
honored.
knowing some laugh drama.
Oh, yeah, you could say it. Anyway,
That
speaking
was,
of
that,
laugh
that,
drama,
was, that was some
um,
drama for sure.
so your end of year function, did you enjoy it?
I did. It was thoroughly good. Nothing beats a good old ass barn from Waxy's. You know, good old pork leg,
Yes, the burgers do.
sauerkraut,
Yeah, you can't.
Delicious
you can't beat
mash.
a Waxy's steak, mate.
Waxy Whopper.
Oh,
What was the other one?
I'll
can't
whopper your
remember the
ass
name
with
of the
that
other
fucking ass barn.
but there was one with. You're talking about the one with avocado and
They
bacon.
were names of women.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one is.
Spencer, you
Bang.
read the menu. What was the burger names?
Avoid burgers when I go to joints, just because I can make a mean burger at home. So when I go out to joints, I always choose something I can have with a knife and fork, such as a pie, an ass barn, a curry, or the like.
Yeah, boy.
So I didn't even look.
My goodness. That's very interesting. You're a very interesting dude. Year-end functions. I had my year-end function. You carry on, Jason, please.
Oh my god, I'm
I like.
I'm saying these things and
Sorry,
it's being
sorry.
delayed and it sounds like I'm interrupting you.
Sorry, I
rusty
forgot that.
spoons.
Sorry, I forgot that my sentence finishes in the middle. That's how normal
I
sentences
like
finish.
rusty spoons.
I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay, thanks. My year-end function I had at the end of September, so
What?
a little bit earlier than you. Yeah,
Other?
when I went
What?
to Turkey.
Oh, did that count as your function?
That's the year-end function. Yeah, and guess what? The one next year is apparently going to be in May. So
Where are you going for that one?
How is that's like a year?
I'm pushing
intro.
for Dubai. I keep dropping hints about going to Dubai, but they haven't decided yet. Dubai will be very expensive. Not for me, for them. Last thing I want to talk about is Storm Darragh passed through. I just want to say Darragh's master boost, just so that the Irish people don't understand. It passed through, and it was just a mild wind that damaged one power plant, like one coal burning tower, whatever they use, was slightly leaning, and a bunch of poles were blown over. So the whole of Ireland was pretty much out of power for at least 3 days. Then they all got restored. And for me, they just kept pushing it back and back. And it came on today. I know I already discussed that in the beginning. But yeah, I just wanted to mention there was a little breeze that knocked over some poorly maintained telephone poles. Not telephone poles, electric poles. Yeah, that's my news.
Good
So
news.
So does it make you miss South Africa and load shedding?
Yes, because load shedding actually came back on when it said it would.
Did it?
Every 2 hours.
Did it?
Did it?
You guys have load shedding again? Because I remember it was off for almost a year, wasn't
It is actually still off. Can you believe it? We had it for how many years in a row?
it? 10.
It was about 10.
Started in
And
2013.
it is still... So since elections,
Mhm.
we have not had load shedding still. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to be appreciative for
Mhm.
once of the government.
Because they
And
got a
just be-
coalition now.
I mean, yeah, that's probably actually why. But I'm just going to be thankful that we have electricity. And I'm not going to question it. Because as soon as I question it, it'll go downhill.
He's so happy.
I heard it's quite hot there.
I am so happy, dude.
Well,
The-
my
the only
sister
thing
was
I need
off
is an aircon.
yesterday. My
Where does
sister's
she
power
live?
went off yesterday. Maybe it's not load shedding. Maybe it was just power outage.
where she lived.
Those happen from time to time.
Because there was
Jason's,
a lot of...
you're due for a massive power outage, I think, for the rest of your life in a couple of days.
Why?
When the nukes drop. Sorry.
Yowzers.
I'm just in the radiation zone, alright? I'm safe for the initial blast.
With
Then
no
I'm
power.
screwed.
I'd rather be in the initial blast.
Yeah, the radiation zone. It's going to be Fallout 6 over here.
Did you watch Fallout series?
Yes, it is banging. I
On Amazon.
absolutely love
Bro,
it.
that was
It is
so good.
phenomenal, and I cannot wait for the next season.
Yeah, season 2 is confirmed, I believe. Vincent, did you watch it? You don't have Amazon there.
Well,
But you watched The Boys.
no, we
So
do
you
have
must have.
Amazon.
Boys is good.
No, that is
Fallout.
Fallout.
Diabolical.
Yes, have you played Fallout, first of all?
Yes.
Well,
Oh.
Fallout like 2, a long time ago.
Oh, fuck, okay, so both of you actually ahead of me. Because I haven't played it, but I did watch it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, though. I thought it was quite good. So there's a new thing on Amazon. I don't know if you saw that. What was it called? Oh, so if you remember on Netflix, there was Love, Death and Robots.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Great
I
show.
thought it was
There's
like
a new one.
the best thing
Get
ever.
out.
Yeah, I'm Brian.
There's
It's
a
on
new one
Amazon. Came out on the 10th. It's all about gaming.
Okay.
So each episode is based off a game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I haven't played any of the games that they made these episodes about.
Oh, what are the games?
Oh, all sorts of things like Warhammer. I can't actually name them because I don't know
All
them.
sorts,
'cause I've never
names
played them. But Warhammer
Assassin's Creed.
40,000 was... No, Assassin's Creed wasn't in there. But like the animation style, the action was all fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But I think I would have enjoyed it more if I actually knew the games. So that's maybe one of those things that I maybe didn't translate as well. Except that there was Pac-Man. Pac-Man was one of them. But they took like a real dark turn on how they
But don't ruin it for us now.
told the story of Pac-Man. I'm not going to tell you what happens. I'm just telling you that it's...
It was a very dark turn in Pac-Man.
You'll see. Go watch it. Because they're all very short episodes.
I'll start
But-
it this weekend.
What is short?
Dude, you'll finish it in an evening. It's
That's my
properly
Sunday.
short.
Done. That's my Sunday. Oh, sorted. Done. Just gonna rot on the couch.
I can't find anything on what the games are. Anyway,
It's called Secret Level. That's the series.
if
Illuminati.
someone wanted to follow you, Jason, where could they find you?
They can go on to Yahoo and follow me at Jason Stays in School at yahoo.com.
Jason. At Hotmail. At AOL. That's great. Obviously, you're not getting any followers. Venzel, your Instagram is blowing up at the moment. Where can people find that?
Absolutely blowing up because it is the most adorable Instagram you've ever seen. And it is Vence_Gordon. And that's where you can find me personally. But better yet, why not hit like and subscribe on this video? And then you're just going to see all of our updates. Forever. But if you don't like watching full videos, we do have a TikTok channel. And it is globalbuggers_pod.
Which I'm
So
never in.
why not? Which you're never in, Jason. Sorry. We
You
do
will be,
apologize
because the
about
last
that.
episode made some great clips. Venzel, thank you for that. If someone doesn't like watching a full video, they wouldn't have got to this part. So they wouldn't know to go look at the TikTok channel.
Hey, some people
but-
skip to the end to see if there's a good ending. You never know.
Yeah. Doesn't Rachel do that?
Yeah, no, pretty much. she's a big spoiler.
Who won MasterChef 2025?
100%.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we will see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Say goodbye, Jason.